Y'all, fellas, today I'm gonna show you guys how to get into skilling from the beginning to the end. Now, to start off, step one, we need to show you guys how to control the ball. Let me tell you right now what is the best way to control the ball. Can't be holding sprint. The only time you should hold sprint when you control the ball or receive it is because you know the space you're taking, or if you're trying to really push back. Most often than not, you don't want to hold sprint, aiming direction towards the CB. Number one. Don't hold sprint. Let go of sprint. Just control with left stick. Maybe push away, get into space, know what you're doing. Number two, L1 actually holds the ball a bit tighter. So if you don't hold sprint, you receive the ball L1 or slash LB left bumper. It will control the ball just a little bit tighter, but you don't really want to hold that button for long because you don't want to do everything with that button. You want to use it to hug the ball tight, let go, skill. You know what I'm saying? So, let me show you that right now. So for example, guys, first clip of the day. Again, just tapped L1 to control the ball. The after stuff we'll talk about later, but right now we're just focusing on what's getting the opponent kind of like confused. And that is just L1, don't touch nothing, stopped. Then I do my skill moves, you know? Why did I do this? It's just because I like the way he can just stand still and face the defense. Big fan of that. Keeps the ball close. Is this the number one thing I always do? No, but I have different ways of approaching it. This is one of those ways to get into skilling, and that is just having that close control, standing still, and then skill move. So here it is again, guys. Just to do this, you just tap L1 or LB, and same situation here. I have the ball with Jarzinho. Look at me already holding it. Boom, skill move, skill move. And right here, I think I used the momentum. Whoa, that's weird. So we'll also talk about shifting the defenders in a little bit or wherever they're coming from. So in this moment here, just to explain this one a little bit, we tapped L1 to stop, and then we tapped it again to hit that spin. So again, just to face the opponent, stand still, we tap L1. We do a reverse elastico, we tap L1 here, or LB, left bumper. Then we do a roulette, boom. Because I knew the CB would kind of be, panicking. Like, oh, I can already tell in this moment here, he wants to select this player. So we're just gonna end up doing a roulette, get him out the way, shot the goal. So the goal of this video is to understand how to get opponents to kind of move before you do, so you have a better point of what to do, like where to skill, how to get into the right space with control. That's the point of this for now. This is just the basic part. Getting the player movement. So another thing I like to do is, you get the ball with whoever you like, the attacker, and you wiggle a little bit on the left stick like this, kind of like this, right? You get the opponent to kind of your player to move in ways like this. It's a little bit like unpredictable, which makes defenders move and go into spaces that they probably don't want to be in. Why? Because it looks like you're kind of just like deciding whether this way, that way, this way, that way, and it gets the defense confused. Hence why this guy just decided to pressure me here. He's like, I guess. And then, no, nothing happened there. And why he was hesitant here, he was hesitant because I was also moving like this. Boom, 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 boom. And he's like, I didn't guess right. He actually failed. Even playing it safe, he wasn't able to get that ball. So, again, with the left stick, just basic movements, wiggling a little bit, making sure you know how to keep the ball tight. This is all before I'm skilling. Remind you, I'm not even skilling, and I'm already moving players like that. So, very important to know how to maneuver like this or stop with L1. That way you know how to skill it into different moves. Now let's move into how defenders shift. Every single time you move, they shift. And if they shift this way, you will skill that way. Unless you shift this way and then you decide to go that way. But you have to understand this is a very important thing in the skilling. And this is just showing you the basic of how they move where you decide. And this is why I did this exact move here. I'm like, watch how I move left, and he will almost be like hallucinating, thinking that I'm going upwards, but my ball roll is actually going this way. So yes, I'm looking this way, but my ball roll is going that way. But just because I'm looking this direction, the defender thinks, oh, I gotta go this way, right? And he ended up fully just going that way. So understanding this is important as well. It will make you learn how to shift into different things, like how to skill move into different things. So yeah, anyway, that was that. From then on, my player, I'm kind of lucky that he has amazing dribbling because, again, I'm using safe moves. That's why I use these kind of moves in general, like the roulettes, because they're just so safe. They keep the ball close. Even in moments where you think, maybe it was the best time to do it, these skill moves are just so safe. Now, The main important thing is this, though, guys, is this movement here. In this moment in time, skilling into a player, if he's going this way and you're going this way and you want to decide to skill this way, dangerous, dangerous. But since I know I'm looking this way, but I'm skilling this way, so like he's going here, I'm going there. Even if the bar roll's going this way, even if my body's facing this way, bar roll's going this way. So no matter what, I'm safe. Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So that's a huge thing about skilling. Now, yeah. Another example, I was trying to do this very slow so you guys can catch it as well. And did you see where everybody shift to? So we're doing the bar roll here, and same thing as before, right? I'm looking that way and doing the bar roll. See, do you notice how just because I'm looking this way, he thinks he should defend that way, but really he doesn't even have to. But that's just how it works, guys. People will always shift towards the direction you're facing. Here I would take a little riskiness, kind of pushing where he's actually running, but it's Mbappe, so I knew that. Anyway, we move along. Again, where am I looking? Right? It is an AI, sure. But I know that if as long as I keep pushing this way, at some point, boom, they will all lock in to want to push that direction. Look where they all ended up at. Just because my player was facing this way for a good amount of time, everybody decided to gravitate towards that direction. And the Elastico just went, easy work, shot. Something that should not work in general. Like this, I'm doing this centrally, like looking at these guys. But because you hold it long enough, everybody shifts, there you go. And that's kind of how you learn how to skill, and you know the space and you start taking it. All right, guys. So now we're going to take 2 skill moves. We know the basics: controlling the ball in the space, or going backwards, or holding L1 if we need to. And then learning where the CBs are shifting each time and choosing 2 skill moves to leave that. We're going to do the roulette and the LTRB roulette, which is the roulette that turns sharper, and then the roulette that turns a little bit more, directional towards the net. So let's go into a game and get a couple highlights like that. See how he turns. We're going to try to shift this opponent. Let's look this way, go this way. Let's look this way again, go this way again. Again, we shifted him already. So do you see how every time I'm looking one direction, the opponent shift and you can skill left? Oh my god, I totally forgot I'm supposed to be doing roulette. I'm sorry, I forgot. Oh. Oh, my fault. Wrong move. There it is. Yep, there you go. I fixed it. Zinho. He's not really going to control his CBs. I see what he's doing. That's okay. Because he keeps getting turned on. Do regular roulette now. Yep, there it is. Okay, because I'm going to shift him here. I'm going to just keep trying this, right? Until he falls for the bait, which would be now. Oh, I kind of got baited. I ain't going to lie to you. I kind of got baited. Because, yeah, I was in a good situation, but it wasn't the best. But it still worked out. Oh. He's aware of it now, but that's okay because it doesn't matter. Bye-bye, goalie. Yep. The reason why it doesn't matter is because I have space. Space enough that no matter what he does, I'm chilling. All right, so let's talk about those last clips, guys. So some of the moments of the skill moves I did at certain points were like, they got a little bit more risky because he was more aware that I was spamming the same 2 skill moves with the last guy. That being said, he kept his distance. But just because you keep your distance doesn't mean that you still have to recover. Yeah, he kept his distance, but he had to recover every time to the point where I was still safe. So even though he technically was, properly not over pushing because he knew it was coming, he was playing too safe. So I was skilling into like open space no matter what. That being said, that's also because I know that I'm shifting you, so you will have time to recover. So I'm kind of chilling. I know it's kind of like, it becomes a little bit of a chess game. Either you push and if you know it's coming, you should come and take the ball away, right? But he didn't. He wanted to play safe. So pretty much skilled into open space. Turn, wiggle, shoot, score. So moral of this thing is you do have to know the basics. So defender shift. If they go this way, you have to find a skill move that you like, whether it's roulette, start simple, RLT, RB roulette, the exit roulette. To find a skill move you can get out another direction. Yeah, the main thing, guys, is just understanding the shifting. Wherever you look, a defender will also look and will move with his entire team. And you find the fastest skill moves, like an elastico exits fast, a reverse elastico You can look this way and reverse that way, like that. That's why I love that move, because but if they're shifting this way, you go that way, bro. You're scoring like that. That's a goal. So yeah, pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Perfecting a good touch. The better the opponents get, the more you gotta combine everything together in one. So the control touches, because those work good with the reverse elasticos and regular elasticos. That's where the L1 is nice. You can stop. Everything starts becoming nice when you can map it all together. You know, you can't go too far, but just, you know, the RB exits and the roulette, you got to combine it all together. L1 stops into a reverse, into a, stuff like that. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Catch you later. Peace.